Hey scholars, it's Miss G. I am coming to you Monday afternoon, May 18th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great weekend. So let's go ahead and jump into our last two assignments for PBL number 2. You guys have worked a lot with area and perimeter, and so we're going to continue that today with our apply part of our assignment. Here, you're going to be able to design and apply those area and perimeter skills that you guys are rocking out to design your own park. Okay, so I'm going to go through the read part here. All right, it says, time to design. Now it is your turn to create your park. To present the idea to City Council, you will need to create a blueprint of the park on the attached grid paper and calculate the area and perimeter of each required element in the park. All area and perimeter calculations should be shown on the park design calculation chart. All sections must be labeled on your drawing. Your park should be neat, colored, and decorated with appropriate equipment and natural surroundings. People, benches, trees, swings. I'm gonna go a little easy on you guys on that one. You don't feel like you have to if you're not super talented, but I do want to see those elements that we're going to talk about in just a second. So what does everybody need? Okay, your park has an area of 300 square units. Remember, 1 square equals 1 square unit, and must include the following. So you should have a playing field, a playground area, a pond, picnic area, and 2 extra elements of your choice. So you get to choose them. And you have to have at least 3 equal and friendly elements. You don't need to calculate the area and perimeter, but they need to be in there. So for example, maybe your recycling bin or your solar powered light or a retention pond or something like that. I saw you guys use a lot of really awesome things like organic mulch and some other eco-friendly things. So think about that. Again, what makes your environment friendly? Okay? All right, so here's the important thing. You need 2 pieces for this assignment. You need your blueprint and you need the calculation. Okay? So you need 2 pages. Okay? The first page is page 25. This is where you're going to do your blueprint, and as you can see, I already started mine. And then page 26 is where you do your design calculation. So when you upload your assignment, both of these pages should be included. Okay? All right. So let's take a look. We're going to start with the design calculation sheet. You're going to need to have both of these with you because it's going to be really important. Okay? So here's the example. They gave a garden, a length, and a width. So those are those dimensions. And they found the area and the perimeter. So again, continuing that trend with the math we used this week. Remember, we're looking for 300 square units. So our area should equal up to, but not over, 300 square units. Okay? So our total area should be 300 square units. Okay? All right. So take a look. Miss G has already done her playing field, her playground, and her pond. I did that earlier when I was in our Schoology lessons. So I'm going to show you one more element of mine. So I'm going to do the picnic area. Okay? So I have my sheet here. Okay? And let me zoom out a little bit. So I have my playing field and I have my playground here at the bottom. Okay? Just so I remember, I labeled my length and my width so I know which is which. Okay? And so I have my pond over here. And my playground area is down here. Okay, so I'm going to add my picnic area over here. I think that's a good place to have it. It's nice and in a corner, and I can maybe even draw a tree. Okay. My park isn't huge. It's a small little grotto, so just like a little neighborhood park. So I'm gonna just have my little picnic area right over here between the pond and the playground. So I'm going to draw my first line here. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way down. Now, if you notice, there's this brown squiggly line going around the side where these squares don't exactly join up. Ms. Hollins told me that those are not included in my measurement. So I drew that line as a border so I would know not to go over that. Okay, so here's my picnic area. Okay, and to get my length, I count my rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to get my width, I count my columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I know that when I go back to my calculation sheet, my length is 6 units and my width is 5. Okay, so then I need to find my area. Area equals length times width, so 6 times 5. So my area equals 30 units. Okay, so I'm staying into that. I've got 78, 45, 15, 30. So I'm going to add up that in a minute once I get finished with my other areas. Okay, so then I need to find my perimeter by adding up all of my sides. So my sides are pretty square. So what I have on one side, I should have on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to add up all of my sides. So 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5. And I like to show my work, so I'm going to show that adding that together. So perimeter equals 12 plus 10. And so my perimeter is 22 units. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to give myself a check mark because I got my pond done, or my picnic area done. All right. So then I have 2 extra areas. Okay. Now, these are of your choice. Okay. And so I decided that, if we're going to have kids at the park and we've got a playing field and we've got a picnic area and we've got a playground, we're definitely going to need a restroom. Okay, we're going to need a restroom. So I'm going to put the restroom. I think I'm going to put the restroom right here. What do you think? I think that's a good place for it because it's close to the picnic area. That sounds good. I'm going to create my restroom area. Oops. This is why it's good to do this in pencil, because if you mess up. Okay, so this is my extra area 1. My restroom. we got to make sure they go to the bathroom, right? Or have somewhere to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to do my same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for my length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my width. Okay. 5 units and 6 units. Area equals 5 times 6. So I'm kind of doing the same thing with the picnic area, just different way. And just switch the numbers. Oops. And perimeter equals 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 6. Perimeter equals 10 plus 12. And perimeter equals 22 units. Okay. And now I have one more space to do. Okay. So what can I put here? It's got a playing field. I have a picnic area. I have a playground and a pond. What can I put here? Wow, there's lots of options, right? I can do, I know, we live in Texas, right? So we gotta have some kind of water element. So I think it would be cool if like they could leave the playing field and go to the splash pad or go to the playground, and then here's the picnic area and the restroom. I think that's a great idea. So let's go ahead and I'm going to make this a splash pad. Okay, so my extra area. Number 2 is a splash pad, because when on those hot summer Texas days, we need to cool off, right? 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 7 units and then 4 units. Area equals 7 times 4. And my area equals 28 units. And again, my perimeter should have the same on this side as I do on that side. So perimeter equals 7 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4. Perimeter equals 14 plus 8. My perimeter equals, help me out guys, 22 units. Awesome. Alright. So now I'm going to calculate and make sure that I didn't go too crazy with my square units. So I'm going to bring out my calculator for that one. Make sure that I did okay. So 78 plus 45 plus 15 plus 30 plus 30 plus 28 equals 226. So I have 226 square units of park. So that's pretty good because that'll leave me some space to put up some things. So for example, around my park, I can put some solar panel lights here. and I'm going to include those elements now. So we've got a picnic area here and a pond. So I'm going to, don't laugh at my drawing, but here's a recycling bin, right? Because we need to have recycling bins around the park. So definitely need one by the picnic area. Let's put one on the other side here next to the restroom. Again, I'm not an artist. Okay, so I've got my recycling bins in my park. And then in my picnic area, for my table, I can use reclaimed wood. Okay, so my table is made from recycled wood. Okay, and again, since nobody probably knows what that is, that's a recycling bin. So I'm going to label my 3 eco-friendly elements. Okay, and I know that does not look like a table, but I did my best. Okay. And then, my playground floor is going to be covered in rubber mulch. Okay, and that's good for the environment. Okay, so there you go. There's my eco-friendly park design, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I did a good job. All right. So moving on. So these two need to be turned in together. Okay, 25 and 26. The next part is your pitch. Okay, so now that we've done this design for this park, we need to submit it to City Council and ask them to consider building it. So when we talk about making a pitch, it's just basically an argument or an opinion piece. And opinion pieces are as easy as eating an Oreo. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Let me grab my paper. So what do you mean, Miss G? What do you mean easy as eating an Oreo? Well, we're building an Oreo. So when we think about an Oreo cookie, we have our top layer, and that is our opinion. Okay? Then in the middle of that Oreo, we've got that yummy cream filling, and these are our reasons and examples. And then we round it out with that bottom cookie when we restate our opinion. Okay, so like Ms. G just said, it's going to be as easy as an Oreo. Let me show you. So on this page, there are certain things that we need to pay attention to. The first is your opinion. Okay, you cannot write this without having an opinion. Opinions need starters. They belong to you. Remember, it's your point of view. It's not what somebody else thinks. So you need an I believe or I think statement. So all of our opinions should be, I believe you should build my park. Okay, pretty simple. But then we got to come up with our reason. And reasons start with a because statement. I think you should build my park because. And then provide a reason. Okay, so that's pretty simple. There's your O and there's your R. your examples are going to come from your sources, what you use to do your research for your PBL. I listed the sources down here. Okay, you've got page 7, that little article that we started off with on natural resources, the Ignite article. You have pages 8 through 9, your natural resources article. You have your renewable resources T-chart on page 10. So you know the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. You did all this work already. Pages 17 through 18 is that article on the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, recycle. So you can also use that. And then page 19, your eco-friendly park chart. Remember, you created this. These are the things you wanted to see in your park. You had at least 3. Some of you had 5. There you go. Those are those elements that you need to add in. Okay, like the mulch for me and the recycling bin. Okay. So then on this side, basically you're just talking about where you're going to get your information. And I listed again those sources down here. Your sources, examples, very good. So then your opinion. I believe you should build my eco-friendly park because it uses renewable resources. Okay. So it asks you to come up with 2 reasons, but you only need to do 1 in your paper. Okay. So I have 2 reasons, but these actually should be your examples. Okay, because we want to have 2 examples. So I said that they're cost effective and they're safe for the environment. Okay, so this is my plan. This is the first part. Okay, so what's important here? Again, you need your opinion and your reason, and you need 2 examples. And these are examples. Okay, not really reasons, but examples. And I'll put that there. So, not really reasons, more examples. So that it's that E part of our Oreo. So these are examples, and we need 2 examples. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to do this on a piece of paper. And then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So here we're going to go back to our Oreo that I showed you. And here I'm just going to go ahead and put everything together for you. So here I'm going to write my opinion statement right underneath my O. Let me grab my pen. Okay. So I think you should build my park because it uses renewable resources. Now notice, even though my R is here, I'm including my because, my reason, in my opinion statement. And that's perfectly fine. We want you to do that. Okay? So then my reasons would go under here. And then I'm going to restate so I'm going to put my examples here, rather. So 1, rubber mulch. That's 1 example. And then 2, solar powered lights. And again, I'm going to show you what this looks like in a minute. But this is just a plan. Okay? And then I'm going to restate my opinion. So I'm basically going to take this sentence and change the words around a little bit. Okay? So, using renewable resources when building the park would save money and help protect the environment. Okay? That's basically what I said. I just said it again. Okay, and that's what it means to restate it. Okay? I'm not just going to recopy this. I'm going to make it a little bit different. All right, so you guys ready to see me put it together? All right. So I'm going to use a plain piece of paper. In your packet, you have this page, and this is what it should look like on your page. I'm just going to use a plain sheet of paper since I already did this one to show you what it's going to look like. Okay? Now, I don't want you to be nervous about the fact that Ms. G writes a lot. It is the requirement that I'm asking you guys to do. Ms. Hollins, Ms. Smith, and I are asking for 3 to 5 sentences. So it really only comes out to be 5 sentences. But here you need to start practicing your handwriting, staying within the line, and staying within the margin. Okay? So this is a formal letter, so we're not writing a letter to our friends. So we can't be like, yo, 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 what's up? It's Miss G. Here are my pitch, yo. No, can't do that. Okay? So we're going to start off with greetings, city council members. Okay? So that's going to be on our first line. We don't, we capitalize the C in city council and the G in greetings. And I'm going to skip a line and I'm going to 2-finger indent to start. And then here is where I'm going to write my opinion. I'm going to put an O here very lightly so I can guide myself. Okay, so my O, going back to my plan that I did earlier. Okay, I think you should build, and again, I did not go past that margin, build my park because it uses renewable resources that save money and are good for the environment. Okay, so there's my O and my R in one statement. So now I get to my examples. Okay? I'm going to use transition words, obviously. For example, we've used these before. We talked about these this year when we're reading. For example, using solar panels on buildings and lights would reduce electricity bills because you are storing energy from the sun. Okay, so that's example number 1. There's my E. Now I need another transition word. Also, using rubber mulch on the playground floor will cost less money with maintenance and children won't get hurt as much. Okay, so there's my other E, so my E1 and my E2. Okay, and now I'm going to add my opinion restated. By using renewable resources when building the park, you will save money for other community projects and help protect the environment. So there you go. My opinion restated. My Oreo is complete. And let's do a sentence count so you're not afraid. So wherever my periods were, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, Miss G just writes a lot, but I write neat and clear. So if you can do the same thing, then you will be able to do your assignment. Okay? So this is what you'll turn in. You can put your Oreo on the side to help you out, but this is the expectation. You can also circle your periods so you know where you that you met your sentence requirement, 3 to 6 sentences, but do it lightly so it doesn't distract from your paper. All right, guys. If you have any questions about any of the assignments that I went over today, we will be having a Schoology session tomorrow on Tuesday, from at 1 at 9 and then 1 at 1 p.m. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'm excited to see your park design. Bye.